I'm at the Nakshatra Temple in Kanchipuram. This temple was built in the late 600s, early 700s AD, and it is a Shiva temple. There are many statues here for the forms of Shiva. And what is special about this temple is it's not a worshipping temple, it's an archaeological temple that is very old, ancient, preserved, and there is a statue here, an idol of Jeshta Devi, who relates to the nakshatra, the constellation of Jeshta. It's not very common to see statues of Jeshta. It's very rare, actually. So the fact that this is here makes it very special. And she is shown as being quite fat, and all of the other Devis are usually more slender. So she's a bit different, and this place is just a beautiful architectural marvel, and it feels just very special to be here. Om Namah Shivaya. Here above me is a carving of Jeshta Nakshatra, Jeshta Devi. She's a smaller carving here. There's one other that's a little larger.
Although the Nakshatra Temple houses this spectacular carving of Jeshta Devi, this is not one of the 27 Nakshatra temples. On another day, we will visit the temple dedicated to Jeshta Nakshatra, but the Jeshta Devi there is small and not as clearly visible as this one is here. Something interesting that I learned at this temple is that Jeshta is sometimes represented in the temples as Shani's sister and other times as the wife.
So these carvings are made out of sandstone, and there are about 53, I've been told, carvings of the avatars of Shiva, or the forms of Shiva, out of the sandstone here. So beautiful.
Oh yeah.
So behind me is the Trimurti. You have Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. There's so much to look at. Kanchipuram is known for the silk saris. It was established during the Silk Road trade system to China. So along this route, they developed the art and skill of creating these silk saris, and they've maintained this tradition here. So this place, Kanchipuram, is known especially for their silk saris that people commonly wear for weddings. People can travel here and buy this style or this type of silk sari that's known from this place, especially for their wedding events. So I have purchased my beautiful silk, 100% silk sari. It's my first silk sari. I love it. It's gorgeous. I can't wait to get the blouse made. There's going to be a tailor that's coming to my hotel tonight to measure me and cut out the fabric and make it personally fitted for my body. And I will have a beautiful silk sari from Kanchipuram here in Tamil Nadu. So excited for this experience, and I've been in India for I guess, a month and a half now, close to that. And I had thought all along I really wanted to buy a sari. I didn't actually make it happen until now, and I'm so glad that I waited, and it's just the proper time that it came up. Really grateful for this experience.
Short silk.
Short silk is when
It's when it's sort of two-toned, so you, depending on the light, you get different colors, different tones.
Okay.
Because they use two thread at the same time, and so it depends on how the light catches it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I learned a new term today.
short silk. When did they make the 9-yard saris?
You know, the 9-yard really came in when people used to bring it up like this and ride horses and things. Or they used to ride, so it was
Yeah, because you need more cloth, because they didn't have, they wore sari for everything.
Yeah.
But my grandmother used to play tennis wearing a sari.
No
I
way.
kid you. So, like, you know.
Wow.
The second temple I am visiting here today is the Ekambeshwar Temple. It is also not one of the 27 Nakshatra temples, but an important temple to visit because it is one of the Pancha Tattva temples. And this temple represents one of the 5 elements that are found in nature. This temple is the Prithvi element, which is the earth element.
I just left the Ekambeshwar temple where we saw this single mango tree where Shiva married Parvati, and also there were these Navagraha murtis that we walked around as a group and said our mantras. The most beautiful thing was this abhishek that they were doing for this lingam that was made out of the earth. And this temple represents the earth element. So it's the Prithvi Tattva. And that earth element is really represented by this sacred tree that's over 3,500 years old. And the tree keeps regenerating itself. So there's some living being, some special living energy within this tree that felt very alive and very I don't even have the words. It was like very vibrant, very vibrantly alive. Om Namah Shivaya.
The commencement of the 27 Nakshatra Temple pilgrimage begins with this Rohini Nakshatra Temple. The Pandava Dootha Perumal Coil Temple for Rohini is one of the oldest temples in Kanchipuram, built by the Pandavas in the 8th century, and it is currently getting a facelift. We arrived earlier in the day, but because it is undergoing construction, we were asked to come back in the evening. So here we are visiting once again. The real darshan was actually outside of the temple gate, where we were visited by this cow, and we decided to give offering to the living God in this way. Because if you know about Rohini Nakshatra, it is represented by Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna was born under this star, and he was a cow herder. So as we were visited by this cow, it was a true omen or a nimitta for being visited by the god. Additionally, Rohini Nakshatra falls within the Taurus constellation, and Taurus is represented by a cow or a bull.
Oh, okay.